Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. This is just a quick review video of the three cabinets that I have over the last 3 weeks. A lot of people have been asking what kind of cabinets I use and if I could do a quick review on them, what's included, price, quality, and whatnot. So a couple days ago, somebody asked me in particular. Their ad is over FOD, F-O-H-D, is how you spell it. They asked if I could do a quick review because they're planning on getting one of these cabinets, but they just like to know a little bit more about it. So I told them I would do one, so I'm going to quickly just go over these cabinets for you and give you my own personal opinions. And as for specs and whatnot, I don't know the specifics because I'm just an average guy. I haven't really looked into the actual specs on these cabinets, but I'm basically just going to tell you what I think about them. And that being said, let's get right into it. All right, so I have three cabinets. I have the Mortal Kombat Legacy cabinet, Mortal Kombat 2 Legacy cabinet. I have the Street Fighter 2 Legacy cabinet, and I have the Mortal Kombat 30th Anniversary Edition cabinet. So the Mortal Kombat 2 and the Street Fighter 2 cabs are both the exact same build, other than artwork and the games included on the inside. They are both the exact same. Okay, I picked these cabs up for what was it, $5.99 each Canadian. I live in Canada, so I got them at Best Buy, and they ran me about 680 bucks tax in. So that being said, you can actually get these cabs now for probably $300, maybe $400 off of like Kijiji or Marketplace or eBay, something like that. But I did buy all these cabs brand new. Mortal Kombat 2 I grabbed probably 2 or 3 years ago, whenever this version came out, and I haven't had any issues with it at all ever since I got it. So first things first, these cabinets are 3/4 scale is what they're called. So when I stand right up to it, so I'm 5'8". Okay, so this is from my eye height here. You can see the top of the screen is cut off from where I'm looking, okay? If you are taller than 5'7", 5'6" even, I definitely recommend getting a stool. I picked up a stool, just this spinny one from Walmart. I picked that up for, I think, 75 bucks. And I almost always use them when I'm playing these cabs. This cab here, they all come with risers, so there's like a foot riser on the bottom. It gives it another foot. Definitely you're gonna have to put that on if you're planning on standing and playing. The Legacy cabs have this cheap little picture of a coin door on it, which for the 30th anniversary, you can't really see it here, but for the 30th anniversary, there's a faux coin door, it's called. It's basically, I can't really get a good picture of that, but it's basically it looks like an actual coin slot door that you would have on an arcade cabinet. So that being said, the newer models definitely look better. So, all right, as for the control deck, they're definitely not arcade quality. They're pretty cheap, to be honest. However, cheap. That being said, like, they're not Sanwa, they're not Hap. They're just whatever's included, whatever these are. The buttons here take a pounding. I was able to, smack on them when I play, and I haven't had any problems with them yet. The control, the joystick itself, you can kind of see it. It's almost like four-way, I guess it's called. Yes, you can do all angles when you're controlling your character and whatnot, but you can feel it's like in a square. As for the volume on this thing is decent. It's not very loud bass-wise, but as you can see, it gets pretty loud. Not bad. So there's that. These games come with Legacy cabinets, I should say, come with 12 games for the Mortal Kombat one. You can see it's got Mortal Kombat, MK2, Ultimate MK3, Tubin, Gauntlet, Paperboy, Bubbles, Wizard of War, Joust, Defender, Rampage, and Root Beer Tapper. So those 12 games are included. This one also comes with a light up marquee, which a lot of people in reviews that I've watched said, oh, this one looks kind of washed out and whatever, but you know what, they're just being picky. If you are looking for, you know, arcade authentic or whatever, then, you know, by all means spend the $5 or whatever you have to get an actual arcade cabinet. But for me, being just a casual gamer, huge fan of Mortal Kombat, yes, but I am a casual gamer, and because of that, this cab served its purpose with me, and I still play it all the time, and I love it. To me now, I call it like a trainer cab because of this one, which I will get into very shortly. I call it a kind of like just a trainer cab, and I'll just, you know, I'll play around on it just because I feel like it sometimes. So as for the monitor itself, I've looked at reviews. There's no washout from the side, no washout from the top, the bottom. This monitor looks great. It's called a BOE monitor. Don't ask me what that means. That's just the term I've heard used for it. The screen shape itself is 4x3, so it gives it more of the like CRT look in terms of shape and whatnot. However, these screens are LCD screens. As long as you turn scan lines on, though, it still looks pretty darn good in my opinion. So yeah. Anyway, so that's it for the legacy cabs. I think I touched on everything. Hopefully I did. Oh, another problem people had too with these joysticks was they would spin off because you tighten them while you hold the shaft. You tighten it, and because of that, they loosened up a lot. So basically, I just put a pair of needle nose pliers underneath here, and then I turned it, tightened it, and I haven't had a problem with them coming off since. So like I said, a couple of years and no problems. All right, so that's the legacy cabs. Now, this cabinet here is my MK 30th anniversary cab. You can see the screen looks nice and crisp. The build itself for this one is it's very solid. It's actually very solid. It's heavier than the other cab. This cab, I believe, the legacy cab is, I think it's somewhere between 55 and 75 pounds. So you do have to own, that's another thing, you do have to put them together, but they come with instructions, and they are, I put the two legacy cabs together in about an hour and 20 minutes. This 30th anniversary cab took me about 2 hours to put together, so it's very easy. The instructions are very straightforward, so you should have no problem putting these cabinets together. All right, so again, this cab is it's solid, and everything about it just feels better than the legacy cabs. The joysticks themselves, whereas the other one is just kind of a square, this one is more like an octagon, I guess. And the joysticks themselves are heavier. There's more spring to them. The buttons feel kind of similar to the other ones, but as far as I know, the buttons are the exact same. The joysticks are definitely different though. They almost feel like sandwich sticks, so almost arcade authentic. But again, it's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong about that. Like I said, again, the coin door looks real on this one. It's not, but it looks real, so that's cool. Cool little addition. The light up marquee on this one is very clear, very crisp. It's different from the you know, the Street Fighter marquee and the other Mortal Kombat marquee, but in my opinion, like, they're both decent marquees. If people want to complain about it, then they're just being very technical, and they're definitely not just casual gamers, I don't think. Okay, so the big gripe about the 30th edition, MK 30th edition cab, is the monitor that it came with. So this is not the monitor that it came with. I had to swap out the other monitor and put this one in, because the monitor that it came with is hands down one of the worst monitors I've ever seen. I've seen these games at like the Brick setup, and the MK30th monitor, like the monitor that it came with, was just so terrible that I actually had to watch someone else's video on how to install a better monitor. The reason for that is the other one, you can only look at it basically dead on and from player one side. If you looked at it at all from the right side, from the left side, from the top, from the bottom, there was so much washout that it was embarrassing to for the company to include it into this cabinet. And to be honest, when I first fired it up and started it, when I bought it, I was pissed off. I was pissed off because I felt cheated. I felt cheated because Arcade1up has released, like, I don't know, I think there are like 9 versions of these cabinets now, right? There's like Generation 1, Generation 2, Generation 3, and whatnot. And even after this 30th anniversary cab came out, now they've released another one without a riser called the Deluxe Cab. And that's getting great reviews. Apparently they use the right screen for it and everything. It's getting great reviews, but the hardware on the inside is basically the same. And this 30th edition one, I should say too, also has internet, so you can play online. However, the Wi-Fi is almost unplayable. So you have to have an Ethernet cable hooked up into the back of it, or you're going to suffer from some serious lag issues while you play online. So that being said, do I recommend buying this cab? If you're willing to dish out more money for a monitor, so I actually swapped it out for a monitor, a Dell monitor. It's a 17-inch E1715S monitor, and that cost me, because I got it brand new, that cost me $200 also. So when you think about that, this cab cost me almost $1,000 all in. And it's a little pricey, but I play the hell out of it. I play it all the time. It's definitely my go-to. I almost just use this, the Legacy cabinet beside it, and this one. I almost just use them as like mood lighting, almost, while I'm playing this cab exclusively at night. And you know, it gives me that feeling of nostalgia. And when I'm recording and whatnot, it does give a good feeling of nostalgia, which you know, you can't put a price on that, right? So overall, I think I touched on everything. Hopefully I answered the questions that needed to be answered. If there's something I missed, then please in the comments write what it is that I missed, and I'll answer you in the comments. So my recommendation is not to buy any of these cabinets. It's to buy the new deluxe version if it's available where you live, because apparently the deluxe version of Mortal Kombat 2 is complete, and I think it's the most complete version of these cabinets. Everything I think is the same in terms of like the hardware for the controllers and stuff. I know it has a better sound system in it too, so if you have the means to get that. I'm in Canada, so I can't get it. Apparently it hasn't come to Canada, and Arcade1up won't deliver to where I live, which is ridiculous because I'm in a pretty large city just east of Toronto. I'm not in the rural areas or anything. So the fact that they won't deliver to me it's kind of stupid also. But again, that's Arcade1up. They are a money-sucking, blood-sucking company, and they've, I'm not a huge fan of the company itself, just because they milk every cent they can out of their customers, it seems. And and also their customer service isn't the greatest either. Like, I've had questions and whatnot with them, and they don't get back to you, and they don't. Like, they just, you know what, like, I don't want to get into that aspect. This is a review for the cabinets themselves, and I believe I've touched on everything I had to now for it. So, that took a little longer than I thought it would take, but like I said, I hope I've covered everything. And again, Street Fighter cabinet, I've had a lot of fun with these cabs. There's 14 games included in this Mortal Kombat one here. I'll show that quickly. 14 over 12. It's got the same 12 games as the MK2 Legacy cabinet, but it's also got the what they call the vanilla MK3, which in my opinion is better than the Ultimate MK3. I just find it's more polished, and it's better for single player anyways. And then the other game that it has that the other Legacy cab doesn't is this game right here, Clax. I mean, I've only played it like 2 or 3 times. It's not one of my go-tos on here, but I bought this cabinet specifically for the online, and I haven't been disappointed with the online yet. It's pretty good. See, there's someone playing that one, no one playing. But you know what? Oh, there's a couple guys playing on that one. But anyways, in terms of hardware and whatnot, overall, I think I covered it. I'm kind of rambling now, so let's just leave it at that. And if you do decide to get one of these cabinets, great. I hope you have a lot of fun with it. I've had tons and tons of fun with it. I still do. I still play it all the time. I haven't had anything go on any of them in terms of like the joysticks breaking or the buttons breaking. And I smash them quite a bit when I'm playing, just because I'm old school, and that's how you have to play. So, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, especially you over Fode. This one was specifically for you, pretty much. And I hope I answered your questions, and I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day, and take care.